This machine is the Sizzix Big Shot. It's a die cutting and embossing machine, and it's universal, meaning you can use dies and embossing folders from almost any company. When you buy the Big Shot, you do have to do a wee bit of assembly. You have to attach this arm, but that's all you have to do. There's no other construction needed. The Big Shot comes with this object, which is a multi-purpose platform. It has two cutting surfaces, which we will be using, and it has this platform that has tab 1 and tab 2. So you assemble your project depending on the width of the folder or die cut that you plan on using. So to start, I'm going to show you how to do embossing using this Cuttlebug folder, and it's called Divine Swirl. So to assemble your embossing project, this is your embossing folder. This side says Cuttlebug and this side has no writing, so it's important that if it matters what color paper you use, it needs to go in with the facing the Cuttlebug printing. So I've placed some green cardstock in here. Now it goes like a sandwich. You have these two cutting surfaces, so you put your embossing folder in between these two cutting surfaces, and for this particular project we use tab 1. It tells you on this cutting folder what tab to use for what project. So for Cuttlebug embossing, it goes on tab 1. Now what we do, we shove it in there like so, roll the handle, and I hope you can see this. It comes through, and here is our embossed paper. Very nice. There are a few things you can do to dress up your embossed paper. With this one, it's white cardstock, and I've stamped on it with different colored flowers. Do the stamping first and then run it through the machine, and this is the a floral design using a Cuttlebug folder. You can also take some sandpaper and go over your embossed parts. If you're using two-toned paper with a different color on the back, you'll end up with a different color showing through the embossed parts, which is very nice. Or you could go over this with decorator chalk and just bring up some faint colors, and I'm sure there are many other ideas you can come up with. Now I'll demonstrate how to use the Cuttlebug dies with this machine, and I will warn you, when you use the Cuttlebug dies, they do scratch up your cutting surface, and apparently this is normal. I phoned my local craft store where I bought the machine, and they said that no, it just happens that way. So don't worry about it. You haven't broken anything if you end up with scratches like this. So to use the Sizzix, the Cuttlebug dies, you do it exactly the same way. You place your die with the foam side up. You place your paper over top. This one goes in like a sandwich, and the same way you're using tab number 1 for this, so you just shove it through the same way. And oops, dropped one. There are your squares. Now, obviously, you could cut these in different colors, and you could have quite an interesting little effect. This is a QuicKutz die. It's what the Big Shot company refers to as a wafer thin die. So you do it exactly the same as the others, except when you roll it through the machine, you do it on tab number 2. So other than that, it's the same idea. You put it on your paper like so, on your platform like so. Put your paper on top. Put your sandwich like that. And we roll it through. And there's your shape. Now I'm going to show you how to do embossing using a brass template like these. And to do this embossing, you will need one of these rubber embossing mats that you can purchase at craft stores. So here is the embossed paper that I've done. It's done quite a nice job. Now the unfortunate part of that is that with these templates you do get this line around the edge, and there's apparently no way to avoid that using these templates. And you'll also need to experiment. What I did, I put my paper on top like so. I ended up using both of my cutting mats, or both of my rubber mats, I mean. I used them the same way in a sandwich, and I put them through without any of the tabs at all. I put them through directly on this surface. And I experimented a little bit. It will depend on the brass template that you're using. You'll get different results depending on what it is. But that worked for this one. So thank you, and if you've enjoyed this craft video, please visit my blog at scrappingbydesign.com. You'll find a good many other craft videos there.